In this video, we'll be looking at how to handle errors in our data in Microsoft Excel. So what are errors? Errors are like warning signs that pops up anytime something isn't right with your data or formula. Anytime Microsoft Excel cannot perform any calculations with your data due to a mistake, you see these errors pops up. Example of these errors are #div/0, #name, #ref, #value. We have what else? We have #na, we have we have lots of them, lots of these errors. So we're looking at what happens if this error pops up in your data or in your sheet, and also how to fix them. Let's check them out together.
Alright, so before we look at how we can handle errors in Microsoft Excel, let's look at some types of error that we have. So we have a table here containing records of some people, but you'll notice that in its core column we have some errors in it. You can see the #div/0 error, #value error, #any error, #num error, #ref error, #name error. So what are these errors, right? You're seeing them, different types of errors they have. There's a reason why they are there. They didn't just come out or pop out from somewhere just like that. Something happened. So how do we explain this type of errors in our workbook or worksheet in Microsoft Excel? So let's look at the #div error. What this error means is that you can only find this error anytime a number is divided by 0. So anytime a number is divided by 0 in Microsoft Excel, it returns this #div/0 error. So let's click on this and see. Can you see 400 divided by 0? So any value or any number divided by 0 would always return this error. So the second error is a #any error, and this error will occur when a value is not available. So when a value is not available, it will definitely occur. So let's check this out. Let's check this. Can you see VLOOKUP non-existent value? Then all this, can't find anything here. It's returning any because there's nothing there in that range highlighted. There's nothing, it's not the equivalent of anything there. So anyway, you see the #na, that's because there's nothing in where that range, there's nothing there, is empty. So #na will occur when a value is not available. So the next value is the #value. The next error is the #value error. And when does this error occur? This error will occur when the type of argument inputted in a cell is wrong. So for you to fix this, you have to check the data type or the formula syntax. By syntax, I mean in any time you're trying to type in a function in Microsoft Excel, you see the argument. The combination of arguments is called syntax. So let's check out this value. So can you see this cell G20 plus a text? Doesn't make sense. You're trying to combine a text and a number together using an operator plus. It will give you error. So it's giving us the value error. Why? Because data type is different. You're trying to add a numerical data with a string type of data, and it will definitely give you error because the data type is not supposed to be combined with that operator. So the next error we have here, we've checked out the #div, #value, #any. We have the #number. And when do you have this #number? You have this #number error when you try to input an invalid numerical values in a function or a formula. So let's check out what happened, why we have this #num. So you can see square root of -1. And the reason why you're having this error is because the square root of -1 doesn't sit well with real numbers. Square root of -1, it's not possible for you to find square root of. If you start diving into mathematics, you're looking at some complex numbers, complex values. It doesn't maybe that's why you'll be having your eye. So let's not dive into that. So it's not going well finding the square root of a -1. That's why it's returning this #num error. So the next error we are going to be looking at is this #ref error. And when does this error occur? This error occurs when a formula being referred to in a cell is not valid or it has been deleted. So let's check it out. Now you're saying equal to now. Let's try something. So let's say in this cell I have 20 here. On this row, let's work with this row 37. So I come in here to refer to this row, and I hit enter. We have a value now. Let's see what happens if I delete this row. Delete. Can you see we have ref? So you have this ref error anytime that a formula that refers to a cell is not valid, or if that cell has been moved or deleted. That's why you're seeing this error. So anytime you refer to a cell and that cell or that row that cell is in, or the column that cell is in has been deleted, you get to see this ref error because that formula that's been copied from another cell to this cell is no longer valid or not available. It has been deleted. Alright. So another type of cell is this name, not cell, I mean another type of error is this name error. This name error is a kind of error that occurs when you misspell functions. So can you see here we have sum spelled with S-U-M-M, which should have just been S-U-M. So anytime you misspell a function, you get this error, hash name. Anytime you misspell a function, you get if you don't spell a function well, you get this error. So that's how we have all these errors here in Microsoft Excel. So how then can you handle these errors? How can you fix them? So if you remember when we were treating VLOOKUP, how that if VLOOKUP, when using VLOOKUP, you can't find the values you're looking for, it returns hash NA, and I taught us how we can use if error and if NA to sort that. We're also using the same thing here. So these are the same thing we'll be using to fix this error. So if you don't want to see all these errors, for hash name, for this hash name error, you just have to type in the correct function name, right? Very easy. And for this reference, you have to look for what you can do, how you can bring back that formula. I'll just fix this. But for errors like div, errors like NA, the way you can fix these ones are you can just use if, because it will definitely occur if it's not something you can fix by changing the values. If 0 has to be there, or that hash NA has to be there because you can't find what it's looking for. Just use your if error or your if NA. And I taught us how that your if error can work with, it can be used to change the appearance of how your error should look like. You could change the hash div error, you could change the hash value error, you could change the hash NA error, you could change any error, change the appearance of any error. But for if NA, it only changed the appearance of your NA errors. So if I want to change the appearance of this error, all I have to do is just use the if error function. If error. So if error, what are you saying for if error? So let's just come here. First, let me just copy the formula here. Come here and copy the formula. Ctrl C. Then once I'm done, I'll just come here, equal to if error. Ctrl V, paste the value. Then what happens if there's error? I want it to show not available instead of NA. We've done this before already when we were treating VLOOKUP, so it should not be a problem if you've watched the recorded sessions. Not available. Now yes, because my parentheses, I'll just accept the correction. Yes. So can you see how that we use if error to do this? If error can be used to change the appearance of all the types of error that we have, all. But for if NA, it only works with the hash NA error. So if NA equal to if NA, the value, Ctrl V, I'll paste that formula for the VLOOKUP. If it doesn't find it, what should happen? Just replace with it. Not available. That it is. So I have it.